So this is part 2 of the Juicing 101 video where we'll compare the Breville with the Jack LaLanne.
So really quickly wanted to show you one kind of big difference between the two. The reason I was so excited about juicing versus making green smoothies is because my blender is so loud and I live in an apartment complex and I literally can't do it at any irregular times of the day. I can't do it early morning because I'll wake the whole apartment complex up. So that's why I heard the juicers were a lot quieter. So that was a big factor to me. It turns out Marty's is much quieter than mine, but we'll show you really quickly. Do you want to show how? So that's literally all of the Jack LaLanne. It's like running your water faucet is louder than that. So if you want to turn that off. The Breville is a lot louder. And in terms of how they functioned as we were going along, we noticed some big differences. The Breville just eats vegetables up. You stick something in there and it just like immediately takes it in, converts it to juice, it comes out, it's easy to push in. I never had really difficulty with that. The Jack LaLanne looked like it took some more effort to push down. And Mara was really, as you'll see in the video, kind of like putting some oomph into her pushes. So, but it looks like, you know, that paid off. It took a little bit longer to juice, but the juice might be, you know, she might be getting more of it. Both of these juicers, some are in the $100 range, and just based on the type of juicer they are, you're supposed to drink the juice very soon after it's produced. There's some other juicers where, you know, they can last up to 24 hours. There's some juicers where I think they can last up to like a week. But again, those are more difficult to clean. They're much more expensive, so there's a lot of ups and downs to everything. And I like to drink my juice pretty much right away anyway. I have one of these handy little glass bottles that I fill up in the morning if I don't have time to drink it before I go, and I just bring it to work and drink it right when I get there. Otherwise, just pour it in a glass. I'll show you what this looks like. So this is more foam than I'm used to getting, but you do it. So cheers, see how it is. Wow. Yeah, this is good. This is the first time I put melon in it. I can definitely taste, you know, I put more broccoli in than I usually do. It's good. It's sweet. Definitely recommend it. We're going to bring someone out here who's never had a green juice before and let them try it, and we'll show you his first reaction. Just poured a little sampling to these two fine, Steve and Alex. They've never had a green juice before. So we try to mask it with a little bit of fruit, but Mari and I are kind of a little bit more hardcore, so it is primarily vegetables in there. So why don't you give it a try? You want to get your first reaction on film?
Cheers!
Cheers! All right, cheers!
It smells good.
Oh, it's good.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what's in it again?
Broccoli, chard,
Oh my gosh.
collard greens, kale,
Yeah, it's good.
apples, cantaloupe.
Oh, cantaloupe.
Carrots.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I can taste your
Carrots.
Great.
Marty
And you know,
has
it tastes like the
Marty put some
chard, like
dandelion
the
greens, which is
dandelion
interesting.
greens.
These are really bitter. So I didn't put any of those in
Oh, they're not in here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
It's very sweet.
yeah. Okay, cool.
Can I have some more?
Yeah. You can also find juices if you don't want to invest in this, but you kind of want to try them out at some restaurants. A lot of juice bars. We have a Jamba. If you have Jamba Juice in your area and you live on the West Coast, they have wheatgrass is really good for you. You can get wheatgrass shots. You can get different fruit and veggie smoothies. That's the other thing if you have a blender but you don't have a juicer. You can just have a fruit smoothie, throw a huge handful of spinach in, and you often don't even notice that there's vegetables in your smoothie. So you can definitely hide it in there, and if you're not ready to quite invest for one of these.
Yeah, and usually in one sitting, if you, I wouldn't recommend to go over 18 ounces, 18 or 20 ounces, unless it's going to be your meal, because after a certain point, your body only absorbs a certain amount of these live nutrients. So if you drink maybe about 25 ounces or something like that, you will pee out the rest. So maybe about, I believe it's about 18 to 20 ounces is like the maximum that you should. That way your body can totally absorb everything. Otherwise, you just kind of pee it out. But yeah.
And then I just want to stress one more time, chronic diseases. So if you have, heart disease, if you have any kind of, digestive system issues, anything like that. Cancer, obviously, with the crazy sexy diet, Bovine CRISPR, certain kinds of cancer. What else? Diabetes, type 2 diabetes. This can definitely help. I encourage you to do research online. There's a lot of evidence and research that shows that eating, a whole foods plant-based diet can reverse, if not completely heal, a lot of those health issues, which can be very great and worthwhile, especially considering how delicious these are. And then also we want to just talk about the recipes. So initially when I first got a juicer, I was like, what recipe should I use? What fruits and vegetables? What proportion should I put them in there? People were like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. Just throw in whatever's in your refrigerator. And it's so the truth. Like usually try and have at least a fruit in there just to kind of sweeten it up, and some veggies so you really get some hardcore nutrients in there. But there's no recipe, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Every time you have a juice, you kind of can tell it has slightly different flavors, different sweetnesses, and that's what's really great about it, especially as your palate acclimates to the flavor and you start really loving it. It's like, having slightly different cappuccino or a slightly different milkshake, whatever you're used to, whatever your palate's used to, you start to like. So make your palate used to green juices and your body will love you. That's about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For more videos, check out veganbreak.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to veganbreak.com, and thank you so much, Mari, for joining us and for inspiring me to get a juicer. Have a great one, guys.
So all in all, in light of these comparisons, Mari and I both prefer the Breville over the Jack LaLanne. It's so much more powerful, the juicing is faster and easier with the Breville, so if you can tolerate the louder noise, we think it's the best choice.